Okay, so you've made it through chapter 3, talking about the change management process. There's two opportunities I want to leverage here. One of those is the risk management we'll talk about. But first we're going to talk about involving the employees earlier on. This chapter encompasses at a very high level our 7-step methodology on our change method process. We couldn't put it in here. It's too much to fill out. It's too much to look at. And it needs deciphering, and it needs to have a conversation. There's a certain way to roll it out. So if you ever want to inquire about that, just let us know, and we'll talk about how to roll this out effectively. But again, it's a 7-step process that we have. We have a little graphic that has like a little wheel with these bubbles inside, and we take our partners, our clients that we work with, through each and one of these strategically. But before that happens, we always say, let's get the employees involved earlier. You need buy-in from the employees. It's going to reduce the resistance. And that's what it's all about, reducing the resistance. You are going to have resistance, but if we can reduce the resistance and reduce the risks at the same time, we'll talk about here shortly, then you have a better opportunity for success. This is not a quick initiative. It can be if it's a smaller change, small implementation. For instance, you hire in a new leader, that may be a much more adopted, they know they need a leader already, they know that the department needs a leader, so that may be a more quickly adopted change. However, the methodology and the mindset is still the same. You still can have resistance, you can still have risk associated with doing such, especially if it's someone that was a peer, now you've elevated them to a leader, or you bring someone from outside, two different dynamics, right? So you understand that piece of it. Either way, getting the buy-in is going to be critically important in order to, again, minimize the risk. I'm all about that. We need buy-in at all levels, so all levels that are involved. I suggest creating advocates and or these change agents. We have had very good experience in doing this, creating the change agents at each and every level of the business operations and process. Here's your business like this, the business opportunity there with the C-suite or senior leadership, operations, and then those at the process level. It works best taking direction from the helm of the organization, and having that communication channel defined and appropriately utilized to disseminate change information down all the way to the client-facing people of the organization if it's a massive rollout. That's going to be critically important. But getting people involved early, creating those change agents, minimizing the risk, and having the conversation around the risk associated is going to be such a big proponent for the organization. So now you have an opportunity to do this. Try this out at a very small level. We like to test first, so try this out. And if you're one of those organizations that are acquiring, or the whole M&A, mergers and acquisitions, if you're acquiring different organizations, which we'll talk about later on in the book, then you can start trying this, testing it out with one little small department first. Create a change agent in the department. If you're going to roll out something in that department, that change agent, not just letting them know, but having them talk extensively about the opportunity and then getting buy-in. As a leader, you want to utilize your influence to make that happen. Not forcing it. I don't suggest forcing it in order to get obeisance, but making sure that you have the relationship and you can influence them, and they are more willing to institute and disseminate the information to the people in the department. So try that out. That's a little test for you. If you can create change agents, if you have a method utilizing your influence of creating effective change agents in the organization, you will do very, very well in rolling out this over a massive organization or any size organization. On the other side, let's talk about risk management or risk mitigation. Those two go hand in glove. This is where your strategic thinking and your critical thinking more so are going to come into play. Understanding that when we do this, here are the potential threats, here are the potential opportunities for resistance. Having that conversation. You can't predict everything, but based on your knowledge, your wisdom, your past experiences, and even some of the trends within your organizational culture, you can pretty much predict some of the fallout of some of the things that you need to mitigate the risk in. For instance, if you're rolling out a new system and it's coming from the IT department, and it directly affects the finance department, having a change agent, one in the finance department, but also making sure that this new system is integrated with the goals and the everything else that we strategically talk about, the goals, the needs, the problems of the organization, and it solves those, you're going to get more buy-in. So we can mitigate the risk by selling the benefits or perpetuating the benefits to that department, and that is synonymously utilized at a larger conversation across the entire organization. We work with one organization that were massively acquiring organizations, just buying them up left and right in the technology sector. And it came to the point where they had 70 different systems that they had to integrate. Massive undertaking. It took us years in order to do that, but we had to roll it out strategically, making sure that the companies that were integrated into organization evolved the culture, had that conversation first, and then we started changing some of the technological systems, moving around people as well, moving around process or integrating processes and making sure that the systems all run collectively. And when you do this right, and you will, you take the information in this book and you roll it out effectively, you will do this right and you'll mitigate the risk. And that's what it's all about. So again, creating the buy-in, get employees involved earlier, and mitigating the risk are going to be the strong staples in order to have a successful change methodology launched in your organization. All right, folks, I'll see you in chapter 5. All right, bye.